everyone, it is Liam Caddison here, and this is Once Upon a Time with episode number 12 of season 2. Yeah, that last minute of the last episode was a lot to process, wasn't it? Because we had Hook shooting at Belle, and Belle falling across the line, and because of the fact she wasn't protected by the same spell that was able to protect a person from losing their memories, it means that she has no idea who Belle is, she has no idea who Rumple is. She's a lost little lamb, and it's only gone and escalated the Hook and Rumple rivalry. That wasn't the end of it, though. We had a driver from Pennsylvania emerging into Storybrooke, crashing his car. No idea who he is. He could be Neil, but he could be someone else entirely different. But yeah, it was a lot in that last minute, but it was a really good episode, a good conclusion to a good episode, especially with them not drawing out Archie's abduction for too long. And yeah, now it's going to be very interesting to see everyone's reaction to Regina, everyone becoming apologetic, because yeah, there's going to be some amendments to be made, surely. So hopefully we get to see that in this episode. But with that said, let's get into episode number 12 of Once Upon a Time, season 2. Let's go. I don't think it's a good idea to be drinking whiskey before shit hits the fan, basically.
Anybody seen the doctor?
Dr. Whale, we need you in the ER.
The doctor.
To the Frankenstein.
We're gonna
Thank you, Gerhard.
delve back more into his backstory.
And let's have a better look at that. But how will he do his work without my financial support?
I rely on that money.
I've already allowed you the use of our summer home for your foolish purposes. Isn't that enough?
Oh.
I have made great progress.
Tough love from
The name
Daddy.
Frankenstein is going to stand for life. Life. Everlasting here on Earth.
Appropriate wording. No, God. Oh no. Oh, yeah, it's probably not. Oh, it wasn't the best idea to do that. She doesn't.
Some quality damage to my phone.
You hurt Belle.
I hurt his heart. Belle's just where he keeps it. He killed my love.
But you still
I
hurt
know the
Belle
feeling.
because now she doesn't know who she is. You hurt two people.
You're chained down. He's on his feet. Immortal. Has magic. And you hurt his girl. If I were to pick Dead Guy of the Year, I'd pick you.
Yeah, it's not a good day to be you.
Instead of trying to get him out of here, you better be hoping he dies. Because if he doesn't,
Oh!
he's going to be driving tour buses up and down Main Street.
Jeez.
So glad I don't give a damn.
Ruthless from Rumple, but he's not in the mood to play.
Look, if we save him and kill the whole town, is that really better?
So we have to choose between our lives and his.
We can worry about the town later.
But this is it, they're jumping to assumption. I mean, yeah, magic is gonna be scary, but like,
after we save a life.
it's not like they're gonna die,
Dr.
like,
Whale,
potentially.
surgery.
It's still inhumane as well. Greg likes Star Wars.
Someone's looking for
Funny
Greg.
thing is, this is probably before Disney
before they come
acquired
here?
Star Wars. Or it might have been actually after.
Your land has witchcraft, but it's feeble, neglected stuff. Where I live, it's strong and hearty, but it cannot restore life. If you can do
The
this,
two worlds, and love the differences in the colour scheme.
I want to know more, and I'm willing to pay.
I'd hoped you were dead, but hey, disappointment's just
Well-
part of life. I'm sure we can agree.
How is Rumple such a mood?
Tristle.
Let's seal it like we used to.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness! Oh no! Oh, what if with Victor wanting to find a body, it's gonna be his brother's?
But I thought you supported. God.
Yeah.
This is my curse!
Any news?
No, I was just looking for the doctor.
He's not in the OR?
He never came
Well, you
in.
gotta find a
Then
blue box
page him.
first.
He was not looking so good earlier.
Oh my goodness. I don't want them...
He's here.
If they've got a choice, I don't want them to, let him die.
But his pager is aimed. I don't know how. It seems like everything. You knew. How did you know?
Simple.
Oh my god! Stop!
Mother.
Oh no. Oh, that was an interesting cut though, because I thought, yeah, okay.
Anything because of magic.
You have hearts.
I'll tell you what.
Says with such surprise
A
and
master
such
of the
passiveness.
hand. He shall take you to a young woman who has exactly what you need. You put on a little show for her, and then you walk away with all your prayers answered.
You framed me for the cricket temporarily, so you could see what these people really think of you. You made an airtight case. Anyone would believe it.
No, it's not the
I didn't
case of
want
what
you to
people
reject
really
me.
think. It's
Not again.
manipulating
You wanted me
people.
broken, receptive. You were the most manipulative.
Don't come near me!
Doctor, what the heck's... Oh my god. Whoa! Go Ruby!
You. The terrible thing is, for a moment, I believed you did it.
Oh.
He's a monster. What a fool I was. That's not my son. You are not my son. You're a ghoul and a great a fool and a witch doctor.
Oh, is he gonna lash out? Is Gerhard gonna... Yeah.
Enough.
Shit. We'll try and revive him.
I've killed our father.
It's a sticky and difficult situation.
Yeah.
But we can't let it stop us. She gave us a chance to start over, and I want to take it. I think you should too.
I'm liking how
He wasn't such a bad
Ruby's
guy, you know.
being there for
I want to
him.
bring life back. He never got it.
Together, we can get him back again. I have a few thoughts.
I'm done with this shit. Can't, he can't. Oh my goodness.
I won't do it.
You can't do it. You
I'll still
can't.
save you. Father was wrong. I will find a way.
It's that determination and drive to do good, find life.
Waking up now.
Already?
I waited a couple of hours to tell you in case he, keeled over, but so far.
Yeah, it's best to,
All right, then.
take precaution.
Talk to him.
We're not talking to him as a group. We're not a group, Sheriff.
But we've been doing this together.
We're trying to
But
keep
this
up
is
with that
someone
species
else as
normal.
well,
In a normal
like,
town, the sheriff
outside
goes
of
in and asks a few
Storybrooke.
questions. She doesn't bring her parents in with her.
That's probably true.
Magic.
Okay, just go away. Stop
Oh,
talking
my
about magic.
goodness.
Like, you come on, just look at it.
I don't think it... Oh, Chip! Oh, no! Oh, that hurts.
Just go. Just go
I don't think Belle's coming back.
So when can I head home?
As soon as the doctor clears you. We don't want to keep you.
Very, very powerful. We don't want to keep you. Get out of Storybrooke!
Okay.
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskin and Captain Hook had a fight and someone got hurt.
We weren't sure if Dr. Frankenstein could fix him, but he did.
Oh, Belle lost her memories as well.
Oh, that's who Whale is.
Yeah, but without the neck bolts.
The monster at the bolts, not the doctor.
Right, but either way...
Someone's from another land with different stories.
I really want to go to bed.
If the Cushman proposes
They're just trying to
other
shush him up.
stories, then who knows who else is in this town?
Emma's done. Oh, I love this.
Gold.
Uh-oh.
We've all had a long night.
You remember that favor you owe me, Miss Swan?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm cashing it in. So know this and know it to be true. If any harm comes to Belle while I'm gone, I'm killing all of you.
Oh, nice. What, even Henry?
No.
Jeez.
I was in an accident. Honey, you're not gonna believe what I saw.
Ah, no. Really? Oh, great. I mean, hopefully... you just have hope. I saw a three-headed deer, right? It was crazy. No. This is just completely, yeah, this is, not good. Not good whatsoever. So, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what does happen with Greg, with the fact that he's on the alert about potentially seeing magic. Whether they're going to chalk that off like, oh, you were potentially hallucinating or whatever, remains to be seen. It might put everyone at risk, especially Grumpy, because of the fact that he has been so adamant on the fact that he's gonna know. He is gonna know, and but I will be interested to see where things go, because it's looking to be a very, very interesting scenario with the risk of people finding out becoming apparent for the people of Storybrooke, and how more and more people could, creep into Storybrooke, and that's going to put a lot of unease for the characters. So I'm going to be very interested to see what they do with that storyline, because of course there was the talk in the last episode about people potentially coming to Storybrooke, finding out, oh, Ruby is like this, and they'll freak out. And now you have someone who has emerged into Storybrooke, who isn't a fairy tale character and is startled by what he saw. So yeah, what they're going to do with that story is going to be very, very interesting. But yeah, I really liked the fact that we got a bit more exploration to Victor's backstory. It was really good that we had that in episode 5, and in this episode we got a better understanding, and how you saw the tough relationship with Victor and his father, and how Victor was so obsessed with the idea of bringing back people to life. He wanted to stand for life. And, it is really, really sad, because he only wants to help people out. With his brother's death, he wanted to appeal to his father. And I really loved that talk with Ruby and Victor when Victor was going to jump, and and this is it with that talk. He explains he wasn't such a bad person, and the fact that he wanted to bring life back, especially to appeal to his father. And there seems to be a tough love relationship with his father and himself, of course, and there's a bit more benevolence to Gerhard. As if Victor's doing childish games, dreaming of the impossible, but this is it with Victor. He wants his name to stand for life, and there is those parallels with Greg and and Gearhard, both named and named beginning with G's. No, but there is those parallels with the idea of Dr. Whale has the ability to bring both characters back. Though Greg, of course, is not going to be as in the same state as Gearhard. There is that contemplation on, should we let the dead rest, or do we, or does Dr. Whale do what he wants to do, and that's to bring life when there is a viable opportunity? It's the case of being a doctor, isn't it? Like, you got a chance to save others when there's a viable opportunity, and I think that's the thing with Victor. He's got that opportunity to bring life when he can do, and that's why he wasn't able to kill his own brother. He knows what was going on with how Gearhard killed his their father, but he wants to find another way. He wants to. This was a groundbreak. The fact that he was able to bring Gearhard back to his feet was groundbreaking enough, but it wasn't perfect, and he's got to find that next groundbreaking step. And this is it with Dr. Whale. It's such a fascinating story about how he has been so obsessed in terms of trying to bring that hope back to people, that life, and make an impact. And you love the idea that science and magic can be very, very similar, that they do have a cost. But it was really good. And I loved, like I said, I loved that scene with Ruby and Dr. Whale. Ruby giving him the boost that he needs, and just seeing the turmoil that Victor was Dr. Whale was in was just heartbreaking in a sense, because it's like, if I can't do this, then what am I? And he just wants to like I said, he just wants to bring life when there's a viable opportunity. So you can't really fault the man for having good intent, because this is it. It might not be like with Gearhard, Frankenstein. It might not be for the best, and there is that case of a fate worse than death. I mean, I say that with this is it though. You could see that as a fate worse than death, because they might lose a semblance of who they are. But he has those good intentions. He wants to do good. He wants to provide hope to people, and he wants to make sure that death doesn't have to be the end. So it's a very, very interesting narrative that we've heard from the horse's mouth in this episode. So yeah. And it doesn't help that he's always felt that pressure from his father, that negligence from him. So that's just another reason to prove that his father's over-exaggerating, but also, most importantly, to stand for life. And yeah, and that was the big test with his brother dying. He loved his brother so much, and this was the big test. So yeah. And it was just very interesting, because we had the debate on if Greg would be better off dead in this episode. There was a few people who was contemplating about the idea that, yeah, Greg is not in a good condition. Do we let him die and keep our secrets hush-hush? And I understand that people are worried of the idea that that people could, like, the army could be coming after these people because they are possessing magic, and some people saw that they possessed magic and whatnot. And whilst we found out that he is aware of the fact that these characters are possessing of magic, they can only assume. With the fact that magic is not the norm outside of Storybrooke, of course, you can understand their worries. It's just that letting a person die because of something you have no idea on in terms of how it's going to end, it could have a very bad ethical impact on you, on everyone who has decided maybe it would be best for him to die. And I don't know, there's a part of me that wishes that Archie was still a hostage. then you could ponder on the idea of what would Archie do, because he would not have any of this if he was in that ward. He would be having a field day with the idea that there are some people who are thinking it might be better off if he did die. So, but there was already quite the debate going on anyways, because it's it feels so wrong to let a person die just because of the fact that they might or might not have seen you possess magic. So it is touching on that ethical impact. If you are thinking maybe it is a good idea, because he's still a human at the end of the day that's got the chance, and this is it, as far as we know with Greg. I mean, he could have a shady past, but he's an innocent guy who has a family and, you know, came into Storybook. And if these characters are deemed protagonists of their retrospective stories, then it really does touch that ethical impact, in my opinion. So yeah, I just thought that was very, very interesting in terms of the whole what do we do with him scenario. So yeah, we had Cora. You know how I feel about her. It's, yeah. We had Cora though in this episode. I'm just really, really worried about the direction this is going with Regina, because Regina's already got a lot of heat, and no one's been able to explain this was a whole misunderstanding or apologize to her, and thus Cora can take the advantage. And there are those parallels that Regina's sorting for Henry as does Cora with Regina. But it has a difference, because whereas I think she does want to reconnect with Regina, it's all part of a manipulation at work. This is Cora. It's always going to be Cora. She has no heart in her. And I feel like the speech that Regina gave at her coffin, I think that was very, very influential in terms of Cora wants to be with her, but there's still this twisted idea she has planned for her. So yeah, I'm not liking the way this is gonna go down, but we'll have to see what does happen. And the Rumpel's side of things was really heartbreaking, especially exploring further with Belle's memory loss. And I don't know, I just have a feeling that, I don't know, especially with the way that she destroyed Chip, I feel like Belle is not going to return. I feel like we are delving into the idea of having consequences happen to a character rather than just killing them off. This is a really heartbreaking way of, if anything... Are you done, OBS? Are you done, OBS? I don't know what's been happening, but it's been doing the same thing with Justice League, where it freezed every certain amount of minutes. And it's not the hard drive, so I have no idea what's going on. But it was fine any other time, but yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, I feel like that's a good way of developing of kind of dealing with a character in a very heartbreaking stance without killing them off. And I don't know, but I feel like there is some kind of symbolism to Belle destroying Chip, as if Belle may never return, because that is because Chip is pretty symbolic to Belle, and with her destroying that, I feel like there is that kind of impact. So yeah, but yeah, I really loved going into this episode. There was also Hook as well, who... Oh yeah, I love the fact that he keeps flirting with Emma. They might end up together at some point, who knows, because he just keeps trying his charm on her. And yeah, but it's going to be pretty hard when he's pretty much an asshole, so... Yeah, but you never know. I mean, look at us right now with Regina. Like, if you asked me an episode, if in the first season, if I would develop sympathy for Regina, then I don't know. I would find that hard to believe with how resentful Regina was. I mean, apart from the flashbacks, of course, well, this is it though, like anything before episode 18, there we go, sympathizing with Regina would be a bit of an ask, but here we are, so you never know what could happen. And even Rumpel as well. I think Rumpel's a bit more easier because of his charismatic nature and his eccentricness that is so addictive. But I think with this show, anything can happen, and he's just trying his best. But at the minute, Emma's not going to be associated to an asshole, especially if he is aligning with Cora. So yeah, but overall, this was a really great episode to flesh out more on Dr. Whale's backstory and put him at that struggle because of the idea that he might not be able to restore life when he has the ability to do so, and just seeing the complications of not just his actions but also the family as well. Really good stuff. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!